Little Hocker. Okay.
Third place, 8:05. How do you feel about the result?
You know, I think maybe you could tell from my expression, but not what I came here to do. I think that was faster than the previous American record still, and that's just where we're at in the sport, and especially in America. And yeah, the goal coming in was to win that race, and I thought it was going to take a low 8 minutes, like it did. So I'm happy to come away with. I think it might be my first 2 mile ever, but I look at it as a big PR, regardless. And I think I'll need some time to kind of reflect and then see where I'm at, you know, heading forward. But more or less, I'm in third place here at Millrose and a world record race. I can't be too upset with that.
Yeah. How do you kind of process the tactics through the race and what's kind of going through your mind each time?
It was just, you know, tuck in there. I think I found myself in a really good spot, and then, you know, some of the guys that got in front of me didn't really want to run as hard as I wanted to run. So I think that kind of showed pretty quick, and I think, you know, easier said than done, but I was just running by myself there for a lot of the race. They weren't opening the gap really anymore until kind of like the last 400, I feel like. And, you know, Beamish kind of, you know, whether it was intentionally or unintentionally, helped me a little bit. So it was good, me and him going back and forth. But yeah, I was happy with when I decided to go around people. I think in the past I'd be a little timid to do that, especially in 2 mile race, which maybe is just a hair outside of my favorite event, the 15 or the mile. But you know, yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I did today.
Did you think they would come back to you at any point? Is that why you stayed, you know, kind of in that 5th place, 6th place?
Yeah, I didn't think they were coming back. No, not at all. That's kind of why I knew I had to go around these guys, because yeah, they weren't coming back. I know Josh doesn't just say a time and just to, you know, blow smoke, and you know, Grant's not going to go with anything that he's not comfortable going with. So I knew that the work had to be done on my end, and came up a little bit short there.
Do you walk me through those last couple laps? Normally when Johnny Beamish is moving the last couple laps, people, you know, he just blows by it. You did not let him do that.
Yeah, like I said, that probably helped me out. Probably I was just telling myself, you know, 4 more laps, 3 more laps, 2 more laps, and then, you know, because I looked back with 3 laps ago and I saw there was a gap between me and whoever was behind me. So I was like, I'm going to have to do this on my own. And then he came blowing by, and then I just kind of, didn't want to let him keep going, because it seemed like he was trying to break me there, and I didn't want that to happen, obviously.
Does that count as payback for a Millrose 2 years ago?
Can't go too much about it when neither of us came out on top today, but I can't say I wasn't high enough. 400 to go.
Have you approached this part of the season the same way as in previous years, or has it been any more endurance focused, given you, you know, you also ran USA cross country?
Yeah. I think this year's maybe the schedule just happened to be a little bit different. You know, we're going straight from here to Albuquerque, and I think that kind of allowed us, you know, this later start. I guess it wasn't really later on the calendar, but later with, you don't have to sustain it through a super long indoor season. So yeah, I think I've built a lot of strength, like you saw. You know, me and Cooper in that cross country race. I'm going to be really curious to see what he does today.
Yeah.
Are you guys mostly working out together, or how's the training setup?
Yeah, 100%. Me and Cooper are doing everything together. We've got like another group of, you know, 3 guys around us, 3 to 5 guys around us in Blacksburg, Virginia. So
who else is in that group?
Aiden Tucker, Matt Wisner, and then we have some VT guys right now, like Ben Nagel and then Yassine from Gonzaga. But yeah, there's a couple of guys that float around, but that's, yeah, the group's good.
I don't think you've done a lot of altitude training, right? So how do you feel about USA's being at altitude next week?
Yeah, I think somehow I haven't raced there yet. I went there for NCAAs and got canceled. Then I went last year and it got, I got my Achilles issue kind of started to happen. So, you know, I think I like kind of, you know, I don't have any doubts going in, and, you know, how my coach prepares me for things. So I think, you know, getting there when we are Monday is going to set us up best for what to do, and yeah, I'm confident.
But you've never raced at any sort of altitude before?
Not that I can remember, no.
And have you done any sort of training stints at altitude before?
We haven't done altitude training, but we have some other ways that we've kind of, you know, worked it into our program, whether it be heat training or whatever. But yeah.
Is there anything else specific, like altitude tents or anything like that?
nothing really too specific like that, but like I said, I'm confident in where Ben Thomas has us right now.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Cole.
Appreciate it.